Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Shiny Writer channel. Now today I'm going to show you guys the upgraded Pendulum Magician deck. A lot of persons didn't like with the last deck profile, but the same thing I didn't like. And it was shown when I did the test hands. Because a lot of cards were redundant and they just didn't really improve your game state. You're still ending on the same board with more cards. That's just not necessary. A true master is efficient in doing the most with the least, and that is why I've just completely axed it and said, hey, let's start fresh. So this deck profile is going to be for Pendulum Magician again. I'm sorry for you guys, but most of y'all love pendulums anyways. Everybody loves pendulum. I love pendulum a lot. But yeah, moving on. So onto the deck profile. Before I even continue, I'm going to say something. Like, a lot of times I show you guys combo videos for setting up boards. Like, a lot of persons are interested in those type of stuff. I create majority of combos for the decks. Combos that persons use all over the world. They see it here first. Not that you would ever know, because I'm not that huge of a person. Apart from that, you see a lot of combos for setting up boards, but I don't actually show a lot of OTKs. So what I'm going to do is actually show you a OTK for Pendulum Magician afterwards. It's a real nice OTK. I've shown it multiple times, but it changes because of the ban lists. So triple Celestial Magician, triple Harmonizing, the best girl, and double Oath. Now these are your main standard magicians for doing the full combos. This is your best high scale magician to see. Alright? And then even on the second turn, Celestial Magician can tear up your opponent. The reason why I play a heavy amount of tuners in the deck, I'm going to see synchros. And while a synchro is on the field, you can use your effect, monster effect, not scale effect, and your opponent is completely locked out of monster effects for the entire turn. Crazy, I know, right? Only unfortunate it can only be done in your turn. That's the only drawback. Wish I could have just summoned to my opponent's turn and tear them up, but unfortunately that's not the case. So what happens is that if the game comes back around to you, if you see this, your opponent is dead, because they can't do anything with monsters. So it's a real good card. And harmonizing. I don't think I need to say anything about that. 2 Oath, because truth in fact is that you don't want to see multiple. Multiple is a bad thing. If you see 1 Oath, you're great, fantastic. You don't want to see 2 under any circumstance. It's a brick. Because the only use you have for it is putting it in scale. Then your filler magicians that are requirements to play is double Iris, White Wing. Your level 7. You can play 1 more level 7. And the unique thing about him is that his scale, and then his monster effect comes up a lot because dragons are a thing. So if you use this as synchro material, fusion material, exceed material, what he does is that your monster will double its original attack. It will become double its original attack. So if you attack a Burl, if I use this card to summon Burl with a tuner, it becomes 6,000 if it attacks with our next dragon. So it's actually real good. It's not required for you to go into a dragon. It can be any monster. So you'd find yourself in a position, oh wow, they found a lot of ways to go around you, then they just forget about this effect and run up into a 6,000 monster. And then what happens is that, like, a lot of times, I leave Ignister on the field. They don't know it's going to double if they attack with a dragon. They summon their Burl. This gives it the effect that to double its attack. It's not an activated effect. So they attack it and just lose their Burl. And they didn't know. Even if it was at 0, the thing is that it becomes double, not gain double. So it will still get the effect. It's not an activated effect, so they can't use anything like strike on it. They would have to negate it from the start. It does gain the effects from this. Even if this is negated, you summon it with harmonizing and you synchro with it, it will still get the effects because it's not an on-field effect, it's not even an activated effect. It's like using Winterbill as synchro material. And the last magician is the brick, and then the 3 reasons to play him. So that's it for your pendulum magicians that are actual pendulum. Then your last 2 magicians is tuning magician. You could really play Noble Dragon. I just don't really want to play it because I don't play any level 7 synchros. So it's a thing. If you want to, you can. Doesn't change anything. It's actually real good to play 1 copy of each. And Noble Dragon Magician is what really pushed me to play this because of its scale. Being scale 2, I can pendulum summon level 3 monsters, which is good. And that runs it up for all your magicians. Then for there, your dragons. Triple Revolution Dragon, self-explanatory. One arc because it's your only high skill that you can search in the event of emergency, or you are like me and you see this card way too often, so you open up 3 of them open in hand and you don't want to search for 3 Dark Worms. That would be stupid. Then we have 2 Dark Worms and 1 Gate 0. If I played 3, I would play 2 Gate 0s, but this is a good ratio. Now, Dark Worm is technically not a turbo card. What I normally do is throw it away with Pendulum Call. It's a way to get it in the grave so you get the 3 special summon without consuming your normal summon. So it's actually really good. I don't think I might play 3. I had a consistency issue that came up when I played Allure. You wouldn't believe what the problem was. It was too consistent. The thing is, I played Triple Revolution Dragon, 3 of this. I played 3 Shrines. Apologies, 2 Dragon Shrine and Foolish Barrel, along with a pen call to send it if I draw it. So it was too consistent that I'm finding too much copies of same cards that I don't need because they're already in my hand. So when I allured, I found more cards that I already have, especially with my Duelist Alliance. Like I draw 1, allure, find the next one, plus the pen call. So they're redundant. And then I'm in a position where I cannot activate one of them because it's going to be dead in my hand. I can't throw it away because I'm going to throw a Dark Worm. So it became an issue when I played Allure. And I thought it wouldn't have, but it did. Then you have 1 Luster Pendulum. It's a requirement for you to play. For both reasons, I do play Ignisto. And it is the only Dragon Pendulum tuner in the game. So you have to play it because Revolution Dragon, if you need to search for a tuner with this, he's the only tuner in the game that can be searched. Then Sloth is Sloth. I don't play Goliath because his level is too high. In the event of emergency, I can just Pendulum some of this raw and it holds back a lot of decks. Especially decks that need to go into extra deck to have a muscle to it. Like Phantom Knights. The Phantom Knights monsters on a whole not going to do anything, but when they jump into their extra deck, they're going to hurt you. The only set of hand traps, Triple Gamma and the Drival. Self-explanatory here. You don't really need to hand trap your opponent in their turn. It's not there for that. What it's really there for is when you want to go off in your turn, and you like say you want to use Pen Call plus Dark Worm, they can't ash you or anything. And if they do, not only negate the hand trap, you're going to make Cypher Lord Omega and go into their hand again. Hopefully catching the Nibiru or something dangerous. Mostly a hand trap is what you really want to catch. Then from there, we have Triple Duelist Alliance, Triple Pendulum Call, 1 Shrine, 1 Foolish, 1 Call by the Grave, and our only trap is Time Pendulum Graph. Now, there was a slight issue, and I might fix it, is that because I'm playing 2 Dark Worm now, I might bump this up to 2. But I had an issue when I played Allure and this, because I kept opening with it, along with the Dark Worm, along with the Pen Call, along with Duelist Alliance, so the hand is redundant, because I'm going to do a lot of things that are required. Then you can't even use the Duelist Alliance because you don't find a Pendulum monster to go in the scale first. So a lot of persons didn't even think about that. So it actually is really terrible to find multiple of this. If I find one, it's completely fine, but the Allure was killing me. The deck was literally too consistent already to need the Allure. And everything in there is self-explanatory. If I was to cut something, I'd cut this. It doesn't do that much. If I stop Ash, I stop Ash. But with Gamma, at least I'm getting 2 monsters on board, and one of them is a tuner, so I can make my Hog play, and then I can't get Nibiru. The extra deck, 1 Vortex, self-explanatory. We have Omega, Iggy Azalea, the Rock Dragon, Boral Savage. All self-explanatory, all that you should play. Recently I found that this is a spell and trap negate, not just spellers alone. My bad. It's my fault for listening to the person sometimes. A lot of times they tell me wrong things, but I just take their word for gospel. And you shouldn't do that. You should read it for yourself. My bad on that one. I always thought it only stopped spells, and I said it on video so many times that I saw someone negate a trap card on video. And I was like, what? It does that? And I had to read my own. Absolute, Piston LP, good stuff. Then your rank 3s, apologies, link 2s. IP, Cross Sheep, and Hulk. Standard, very good link 2s across the board. These are just your staples. IP is really good also, for multiple reasons. Not only does it make the monster cannot be destroyed by card effects, it's generic. So a lot of times I need to see something generic, that's it. Because I could truly play 2 Cross Sheep, but the thing is, The first cross shape, I might not need it. Because if I don't make Vortex or the Absolute, I'm not summoning it. So it doesn't do anything. So the IP really is nice. Then we have double Celine. Of course, up and Boral Sword. A nice thing I wanted to do here is play 2 double Boral Sword. Just go full carry on them. Sword Art Online, Boral Sword Art Online. Just destroy all humans. It was really nice for OTKs. And you could summon 2 in one turn very easily with this deck. I was going to do it, but my mind just said no. So let's do the combo for the OTK. Alright guys, I'm going to explain the setup for this one because it's a little bit different because you're going to have to understand the core of this. Any link tool will do. Absolutely any. As long as it points with those arrows. Any. Now, the key part is that you're going to require a dragon from the start. Actually, you don't, but you will need one. Let's just say we'll need one. So, you just made this and you are going to have any 2 random monsters make it, right? I'm not even going to make it the monster that great. Like, say you use these 2 to make it IP, and you're going to pendulum some of them back. Now, because you have this, that means automatically, common sense, you'd have this. Now, this is the setup. We have IP, doesn't matter your scales is not a factor. If you'd like me to put up scales for those persons who want me to, often the best scale in this position would be these 2. So these 2 would be your scales for those persons who are going to nitpick. So it's time. Let's pendulum summon. This zone for the Dark Worm. Celestial has to go there. Gazier is required to be over there actually. And you can summon Harmonizing. Now that's all you are required to pendulum summon. Now you will use your Harmonizing effect. You can summon any monster really. This will do. Now, alright, let's not even use Celestial Magician. Let's show you how worse it is. No matter what pendulum monster, didn't change anything. The first thing you're going to do is Synchro Summon. You're going to go into your Iggy Azalea. You can use effect to summon from your deck now. It doesn't change anything. Then you can use the next effect to pop. So you get 1 free pop of Iggy. So that's 1 removal right there. And that's any troublesome monster. It's time to start linking on up. Linking on up. Linking on up. You have your 2 most conniving cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! LP. Exceed Shokan. Absolute Dragon. Link Shokan. Ball Sword Dragon. Absolute Effect. Vortex Dragon. Vortex Effect. Put back the monster in their hand. Now from here, I'm going to use Pistis Effect. I'm going to summon back the biggest thing in the... I can slap them with. Now you see why I love this deck. You have Pendulums, Fusions, Synchro, Exceed, and Link Summons. Ta-da! Anyways, moving on. So you'd have bounced a card with this. And you'd have eliminated the card with this. So that's 2 cards gone. Alright? From here, it's the battle phase time. Let's attack. So we're going to show how much damage this is in total. 1, 2, 3 is literally 8,150 damage. Yes, so these 3 alone were actually game. You didn't even need a Boral. Now, put matters worse, Boral is contributing 6,000, and this is 1,000, so that's 7,000 damage. And remember, I did 8,150, so they're only short 850. Now, the chances are, this would be the bare minimum damage you're contributing. If they had an attack position monster, this would be game twice. So you're slapping for at least 16,000. This is overkill. But there's no kill quite like overkill. So this is just an interesting combo. As you can see, it's really easy to set up. Because Pen Call plus Dark Worm and any high scale off and or harmonizing is instantly this OTK. right? Remember, I didn't even need the monster here. You can do the combo without it. So it's actually a really dirty combo. And then to make matters worse, I could have always linked off with Ignister and pissed someone it back and do it again. So it was really dirty. The mere fact that this is like game twice just contributes a lot to the deck. And if you have Harmonizing here and then you knew that Harmonizing went to the face of extra deck, it would have been guaranteed over game twice. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think down below. Shout out to the guys who are actually commenting and giving me good advice. Like the last guy, I really appreciated the Requiem. But the truth be told, I don't have Requiem. That's why I played Evil Swarm. My teammates have it, but I don't have one. So I normally use what I have. That's just the reality of it. And Dark Requiem was sold out online completely. There was no website I could get one. I couldn't order it, and even if I did, it would have costed way too much. So now that the reprint is here twice, the price on it is going to drop really hard, and I'm going to get one. So the pendulum boards, the old pendulum boards that were on 7 negates, are going to turn up to a bare minimum of around 8. Doesn't matter though. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.